The next 3 years, they aren't just going to change the job market. According to some really groundbreaking new research from Microsoft, they're going to completely rewrite the rules of who works and who doesn't. So let's get right into what this means for you.
Okay, you've probably seen this number absolutely everywhere. 85 million. That's the number of jobs that are projected to be displaced by AI by the end of 2025. I mean, it's a massive, truly staggering figure.
And yeah, that number is definitely alarming. But it turns out it's only one small piece of a much, much bigger and way more complex story.
That's right. The headlines screaming about job losses, they completely miss the most crucial part of what the researchers found, a distinction that, honestly, could be the key to navigating your own career through this huge shift.
So let's cut through all the hype, all the noise, and look at what the most comprehensive study ever done on AI's real-world impact, this one from Microsoft, actually uncovered. And this is exactly why this study is such a game changer. It's not based on some theoretical model or what experts think might happen. No, Microsoft analyzed 200,000 actual real-world conversations between employees and AI. This is our first look at hard data on how these tools are really being used on the job right now.
So to make sense of all this data, Microsoft came up with something they call an AI applicability score. Think of it as a way to measure the real-world overlap between what AI can do and the day-to-day stuff people do in their jobs. This score, this is our roadmap.
Okay, so let's get to the heart of it. Which jobs have the highest AI applicability? But as we look at this list, I want you to keep one really crucial point in the back of your mind.
The pattern here is, well, it's crystal clear. The jobs most affected are the ones dominated by information work, things like writing, analysis, communication. And just look at the scale of this. We're talking 2.8 million customer service reps, over 1 million sales reps, all in roles where AI can help with nearly half of what they do every day. This isn't some niche issue. This is hitting the absolute core of mainstream white-collar work.
And right here, this is the single most important detail that almost every single headline just ignored. High AI applicability does not equal job elimination. Let me say that again. It means the nature of the job is transforming. The daily tasks will change, sure, but the role itself isn't necessarily just disappearing.
This illustrates the whole idea perfectly. When ATMs first showed up, everybody predicted that bank tellers were toast, but the complete opposite happened. See, the ATMs handled all the routine cash stuff, which made it cheaper to run a branch. So more branches opened up, and the tellers? Their jobs shifted from just counting cash to building customer relationships and selling financial products, higher value work. AI is the ATM for knowledge work.
But let's be real. This transition, it's not going to be seamless or fair for everybody. The data shows this shift is happening at an incredible speed, and it comes with a very real and often pretty uncomfortable human cost.
The research points to a really clear 3-year timeline. So 2025 is the year of the surgical strike on specific white-collar roles. By 2026, we see the full replacement effect kick in. And then, by 2027, a really stark wage divide starts to solidify between those who can and those who can't work with AI. Now, on paper, that replacement effect in 2026 sounds pretty good. 85 million jobs lost? Sure, but 97 million new ones created. Hey, that's a net gain of 12 million positions. A win for the economy, right?
Well, here's the catch. These are not one-for-one swaps. The math might look nice on a global spreadsheet, but the human cost can be just devastating locally. The skills you need for the new jobs are vastly different from the ones being displaced.
And that brings us to that wage divide. By 2027, workers who've mastered how to collaborate with AI are already earning a staggering 56% more than their peers in the exact same job titles. This isn't some far-off prediction. This is happening right now, and that gap is getting wider every single month. And, this disruption isn't affecting everyone equally either. Women hold a higher percentage of the jobs most exposed to automation. Young workers, well, they're understandably anxious. And get this, nearly half of Gen Z job seekers feel like AI is already devaluing their traditional college degrees, probably because the curriculum just can't keep up. So this data, it's not a death list for careers. It's a priority list. It tells us exactly where the transformation is happening the fastest. And the research suggests you have 4 clear options to act on within the next 24 to 36 months.
So what can you do? The research points to 4 clear pathways. First, you can pivot, become the person who manages and collaborates with the AI systems. Second, you can elevate, Double down on the skills AI just can't touch, like creativity, strategic thinking, emotional intelligence. Third, you can learn. Gain that AI literacy right now to command that 56% wage premium we just saw. And fourth, you can build. Pursue those human-centric skilled trades and personal services that AI simply can't replicate.
But here's the kicker. For some of those new roles, the barrier to entry for the highest-paying newly created AI jobs is incredibly high. The data shows a combined 95% of these roles require a master's degree or even a doctorate. That's a pretty significant hurdle.
So the ultimate takeaway here isn't that AI is replacing humans. It's that it's creating this massive demand for professionals who can leverage AI as a powerful tool, augmenting their own very human skills.
Just look at this list. These are the skills that are becoming priceless. Creative thinking, strategic judgment, complex problem solving. These are the uniquely human things that machines just can't replicate. The most valuable people in this new economy will be the ones who combine these human skills with technical AI fluency.
Ultimately, what Microsoft's research gives us is an incredible gift, a clear picture of the present. This automation cliff, it's not some distant threat. We are standing on the edge of it right now. The future isn't going to be predetermined by what AI can do. It's going to be shaped by the choices we all make, as individuals, as companies, and as a society, about how we decide to use these incredibly powerful new tools.